Hey guys, it's Stack here and I'm back again with a brand new FIFA 18 video. This time I'm going to be showing you the best formation to be using in FUT Champions and on Ultimate Team seasons. For me so far, this formation has changed the way I play. I never used to like it because it felt slow, but since the most recent update, this formation, it's so easy to counter people, it's so easy to stop counters against you, and I just feel a lot more defensively stable with this team, while also I feel a lot more powerful when I'm attacking. So this works with pretty much any team, and once you start the game, that's when you're going to make either the swap or you can stay in your formation until you start to feel the tide of the game change. Once you feel defensively like it's not going your way, switch it up to the 4-2-3-1, but you need the variation where it's got 3 cams. This is going to allow you to break on counter attacks quickly, and also you've got 2 CDMs to support, so when you're in defence it is basically like having 2 wing backs and 4 centre backs. Now, as you can see as well, this is my second team. Yeah, I do have some high rated cards, but it's not a very strong team. It's not got a lot of pace in it. It's got Alessandrini, who's fast, and Son, who's sort of fast. But as you can see, you do need someone who's got a decent amount of pace to help you on those attacks. Now, with this, obviously the goal scorers are Ibra and Son, but that middle cam scores a lot more goals from it, and it's due to the tactics, and it just works so well having someone that's basically a fast player in the cam. So your left back, right backs always stay back while attacking, and both of your CDMs want to be stay back while attacking. You don't necessarily have to have 2 defensive minded players, just make sure you've got one that's good at the tackling, and then your middle cam stay forward. Everyone else you can leave unbalanced. You can switch your striker up to have press the back line if you want, but I mean, if you got a player like Ibra, there's not much point of it. I tend to hold up if it's someone strong, but if it's like my other team where I play Salah in that striker position, then I'll have him press the back line because he'll always be sat on that defender, and then him and whoever my cam is will break through pretty quickly. So this is my team at the moment. At the time of making this video and getting all the clips, I never actually had that Giovinco on the bench. He is who I sub on now in the cam position behind the striker. But before that, it was either Sessegnon or Son getting subbed in, so you'll see them both. But whether it's any time you see Sessegnon or Son scoring these clips, they're the player that was in that cam position behind Mo Salah in striker. Don't get me wrong, you still might struggle in games where the 4-2-3-1 isn't working for you. But this game, the formation is so crucial. You have to keep switching up and keep trying different formations and learn to know which formation beats other formations, basically. So for instance, the 4-2-3-1 for me is anyone that's in sort of a 4-3-3 formation, they're going to get absolutely destroyed because they've got the 3 in attack, and it leaves them very vulnerable in the middle of the pitch. And this team has 5 players in the middle of the pitch, so you just outrun them in the middle. They basically lose control of the game and you'll have a lot more chances. Me personally, the only formation that I can tend to beat the 4-2-3-1 with is actually having it on myself as well, or switching to a flat 4-4-2. That tends to do okay for me, but every time I use that, guaranteed my opponent's going to switch it out to a 4-3-3 or a 4-3-2-1 with the left-right forwards, and then I struggle and I have to switch back to this formation. Now, as you see above the score, most of the game clips you're watching are in FUT Champions, and I absolutely ran it away this weekend. This FUT Champions has been probably the first one that I've actually fully enjoyed from start to finish, and I've just absolutely destroyed opponents. I mean, yeah, I've still lost 10 games this weekend, and most of the games I lose are either penalties or just completely my fault, because I get bored when I'm playing games and I'll be 2-0 up. I'll have the chance to score 2, 3, 4 more goals, but instead of doing it, I'll start doing long shots and stuff, and then I'm giving away possession too much. But if you can stay focused with this team, as I did towards the end of it, because I managed to be on about, I think I was on about 20 wins and 10 losses, and then I thought, play serious, finish it off strong. And then I came back with a strong win, winning the final 10 games, and all of them I just played, concentrated on the tactic, did my 1-2 passes between my striker and my cams, and you just break through the team so much. It just feels like you've got so much more space and so much more backup. But I mean, even here you can see my striker breaks free, and all I have to do is work my way back, and you can see at the back there I've got a choice. I can either shoot like I did, or I could have just played the through ball to a Kocher running through. But the best thing about this is you don't need an amazing team to use this formation, and the reason I'm saying that is, yeah, my main team, it's pretty powerful. It's not a mega team, I wouldn't call it a mega team, but it beats a lot of mega teams. A lot of the teams I'm coming up against in FUT Champions, prime Hullets, even prime Pelés now, prime Ronaldinhos, 99 Ronaldo, just ridiculously overpowered teams. And every time I've not lost to a decent team like that yet. The teams I lose to are normally similar to mine, or just a horrendous team that looks like it's just been thrown together by a child. For some reason, to me, that's still my weakness. I can't beat bad teams like with weak chemistry. It's like I go into the game way too confident, and then I can't score. Their Farman or their Begovic will just save everything. I can't get through. They'll have 2 shots and score them both. But that happens sometimes. You got to deal with it. But the big teams, this to me is just the best team for getting rid of those prime icon teams. And I mean, I'm not saying that a lot of the players are bad, because I've played against some that even though they've outplayed me, I still end up winning the game. It still happens. But then I'll go against some and I'll absolutely destroy them. I'll have 14, 15 shots on target. I'll score 4 goals. The entire game he will only have had 3 shots, but because his prime Ronaldo was the one shooting, he's got 3 goals from it. So when you're using this formation, the one thing I would do is choose your players wisely that are going to be the cams. So for me, I use with wingers because I want the pace in that cam position. So for instance, I got Sessegnon. Sessegnon's still one of my favourite players in the game, and playing him as a left cam in the 4-2-3-1, he does act like a left winger. He does sit fairly wide. You can see how wide some of the players do sit. But when you're using the 3 cams as well, as long as they're all fast, you've got so many options when you're attacking. I mean, I've got Salah in the striker with 98 pace. I've got Sessegnon and a Kocher, the wide players, who are just blitzing past defenders, and they can both dribble, pass and shoot, which is perfect because it's going to help me get it in the middle. And then my middle cam, which is either Rui Costa until I got the Giovinco, who is untradeable. I got him in the SBC, and to me, them two were doing it well. Rui Costa was doing a fine job. He was okay. He wasn't scoring too much, so I'd play him on the left and have Sessegnon in behind. But since I've put Giovinco there, I mean, he's even scoring. He's got a ridiculous goals to game. He's actually become my favourite player in the game. But on the last FIFA, obviously 4-1-2-1-2, the tucked in formation, when you use that formation, when I used it on the last one, I could break through people's defences so easy, just using 1-2 passes, and I'd only have 3 people that were attacking players in the team, and I'd still destroy people with it. But on this one, that formation just does not work for me. I feel like I've got no options when I'm attacking. I feel like none of my players make a move. Like here, if I was using the formation, my other attackers don't try and help me. But with this one, I've just got so many options when it comes to shooting or passing, playing a sweaty ball, crossing. It just makes it so much easier to use. But I mean, perfect substitutes for it would be like, instead of, if you can't afford Salah, don't worry about it. I've got the ones to watch Walcott. He doesn't cost a lot, and he's amazing. Once you stick him in that cam spot, or you can even play him at the striker spot, he just performs perfectly, because the only player that you should be spending money on this team is spending some of it towards your striker, some of it towards a centre defensive mid, and then most of your money should be spent on that middle cam position, on stay forward, because he is the man that's going to score the majority of your goals. Now, I don't use a lot of skill moves on this game. I feel like they never register when I click them. So the majority of me to get past player is just the heel to heel flick. I get past a lot of players with that, and then also just holding LT and dribbling. If I just do a slow skill dribble, for some reason defenders just can't seem to get the ball off you, and especially when you got players such as Sessegnon, Kocher and Salah who have insane dribbling, and you can just break through defences, play that 1-2 pass, get in behind the last defender and just smash it in the bottom corner. But if you are unsure about a formation, if you've not tried this one yet, you have to build a team in it. It is just so so good for attacking, and it's perfect for defending. I mean, your 2 CDMs, as soon as people start breaking, you'll know that you're going to tackle them, because you just have that many players back to stop their attack, because your 2 CDMs, one of them will sit forward and the other one will just join the back line, and it's pretty much like having just 6 defenders, which makes it so much easier in stopping 1-2 passes. I feel like I can stop all the through balls, I can stop skill dribblers because I just pressure and I've got 2 men on his player. So to me, it's probably the strongest formation in FIFA at the moment. But that's it for this video, guys. Make sure if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I will be posting more FIFA 18 videos soon. But for now, I'm out.
Forward here. Here's a chance. They have scored. They do.